You know, there was a day that you would move from boy to man, and there was some indication of when that was. Now we don't know. Is it when you hit puberty, or you can drive, or you graduate, or you start college, or you can drink, or you get married, or you become a father? People don't know. And the result is then you got a bunch of, biological adults, but emotional children. I call them boys who can shave.
A guy in Philadelphia on a sports page put it very well. He said if 60's the new 40, maybe 25's the new 13.
Now even secular sociology and psychiatry are extending adolescence from 18 through to about 24 years of age because they recognize that people have never had to bear any responsibility. Everything was given to them. Entertainment at their fingertips, fast food, you name it. Nothing is worked for. Everything is given. And I think that it's creating people that are physically mature, but emotionally, socially, even intellectually, they're kind of just little still.
The result is today you've got guys who are massive porn heads. They tend to, live apart from their parents and then rebound back when things get hard. The Bible says to leave your mother and father. They tend to be looking for, girlfriends and good times, not good legacy in marriage. And they're consumers, not producers. So it's food and it's sex and it's drugs and it's alcohol and it's video games and it's entertainment. And there's no production, there's no life and growth and help and hope and healing for others. It's incredibly narcissistic. And then you've got women who are going to college and the workforce. So now you've got, for the first time in the nation's history, more women working than men and more women in college than men. And for those women who are Christian, they're saying, I wouldn't mind getting married to a guy with whom I could make babies, but I don't want to get married to a baby. And so they're just choosing to remain single, and you've really got a cultural turn that's very concerning.
He's got his own by himself at the 20, at the 10, he falls down.
Hey, this is Chris. Leave me a message.
Chris, this is Dad. Call me when you get this, it's important.
And all of a sudden, he stumbles over his own 2 feet. That's going to set up a first and goal to go at the 8-yard line for the Cougars. The Cougars set up quickly. Johnson takes a step. Oh, it's a punt. Johnson calls it. It looks like he has recovered the ball. Loss of turnover on the play. That's going to set up second and goal from the 12-yard line. This has been a disappointing half for the Cougars, and they're hoping to get one score before halftime.
Hey, this is Chris. Leave me a message.
So what do you want me to do?
I want you to go to that stupid bar and bring him home.
Honey, he's 26 years old.
Yeah, he needs to start acting like it.
Honey, it's 10:30.
If Chris is late again, Fred will fire him. And if that happens again, I'm gonna move. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm gonna move. There's a nice trailer park down the road, and I will be gone.
All right. Okay. I'll go down there.
Dad, what are you doing here? Jimmy, give my dad a beer, will ya?
Your mom asked me to come down and bring you home.
Sorry, I kind of have a game to finish.
Fred called and he wants you at the shop by 7.
Yeah, good thing he called. But it's kind of a big game.
How much?
Hey, it's your shop.
400?
Dollars?
More than I can lose. It's a good thing I don't have to worry about that. Eight ball, corner pocket. Cool as you like. All right, I'm fine. Who's doing shots? I think I should quit the shop and go pro. Come on, celebrate with me. One drink.
I got a drink right here.
That does not count. One shot. It's only my second on the night. I'm still gonna have to drive my old man home. There we go. Jimmy, 2 shots, please.
You know I can still whip you at this game. It's been a long time since I've done this.
That's how you grow old, Dad. To victory.
All right, one more game. This time it's doubles.
I hope Keith doesn't think he's gonna win his money back. My dad's better at this game than I am.
All right, 25 per, 100 in the pot.
Easy money.
But the way you've been playing, I can understand, but we gotta go.
You heard the man. 50 per person or it's not worth our time.
Okay, sounds like a deal.
I'm counting on you now.
All right, all right. Give me a tight crack. I got break. Just don't tell your mother.
I think most of those guys are not happy with where their lives are. In fact, that's been my experience 100% of the conversations I've had with guys, where when I'm sitting across the table with them and they're beginning to tell me about their lives, they're not proud that they're living with their mom and dad. They're not excited that they've mastered Modern Warfare 3. They're not proud of those things. There's a sense of shame in that. And so I think if you mock that openly and you attack that openly, what ends up happening is you send them further into their shame. So you point it out, but you point it out as a diagnostic, and then you list the cure.
The reason why we have 30, 40, 50-year-old adolescents, it's a pretty obvious but sad answer. It's been the breakdown of the family over the last 35, 40 years. With the rise of the divorce rate and the increased feminization of men, what we're finding is a reticence of men to step up and to step out. You see, manhood is imprinted. A woman every 28 days is powerfully, graphically reminded of who she is. A man only knows he's a man when his father or significant male role model tells him so. When you remove the visual role model, you remove the composite picture of what a man should be, you're left with the legacy of confusion and of complexity and of uncertainty, and that is indeed what we have today. It's the households. That's where the problem is. You know, we got problems with leaders out there in the public square because we have problems in the homes.
I think there is a season of adolescence, but I think even in that season of adolescence, there should be expectations, there should be the execution of those expectations, and there should be discipline in place for the failure to meet those expectations.
One of the reasons I think that adolescence is perpetuated is because we don't let our children bear the weight of responsibility. And people just are not, people are so entitled, and everyone believes that they deserve the American way and they want things given to them that previous generations understood you have to work for. And I think this goes on in the church. I think this goes on in the marketplace. I don't think it's unique to us. I think it's everywhere.
There's no real markers for a young man that says, at this point in my life, this is the expectation on me, and at this point, this is the expectation on me. There's no rites of passage really in our culture. There's no high expectation on our young men that they do this or they become this. And so I think really the role of the church is to step in and say, oh, no. That this is what's expected and this is what we're called to, and to be real honest about, and this can be difficult.
You know, if I was sitting across the table with a 28-year-old who was stuck, and he's paralyzed because he's scared to death, he doesn't know what to do, and this kind of thing, I would do two almost paradoxical things. On one hand, I would let him know that he is unconditionally loved, that he is cared for, that he is not alone, that he's not the first person in the world that was ever stuck. And the second thing that I would do would be to force him to clarify his future. I would help him to objectify where he needs to be and keep asking him as my arm is around him, so what are you going to do? We just got to flat out get in the grill and in the eyeballs of these 30, 40-year-olds and say, you need to get up off your backside, kick it in gear. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to help you. Responsibility is not going to kill you. To stand alone is going to strengthen you. It's not going to destroy you, and help them to get over that hump.